Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for the last issue of Wolverine the X-Men, and I do have every issue for this series, which is really cool to see. I think I started reviewing since issue 1, so I think I have a really review for every issue between Comic Uno episode and my channel, so that's pretty cool to see. The series has been going on for a pretty long time, and I have reviewed every issue, which is cool. Or at least most issues. I know I started with issue 1, which is cool. But before I start talking about Wolverine X-Men, the last issue of this series, I just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 37, and that is the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are those exclusive comics. We got Powerpuff Girls issue 6. I do have a kitty corner for this also, so I have a small in-depth review for that and talking about how it is kid-friendly. So you can check that out on Comic Frontline. We got Furious issue 2. The Flash, issue 28. The Wake, issue 6. Finally, the series is back. And we got Wolverine, issue 2. So if you want to go check out all those issues and all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 37, which is annotated. Also, I have a couple other promotions I want to talk about. I have a contest going on my channel right now where you can win this DVD and a couple other things, which that ends Friday, so be sure to enter this probably today. That would be great whenever you're watching this video. So definitely enter that contest. The winner will be announced Friday. Also, we have a contest going on Comic Frontline, which ends Wednesday, and you can win a Green Lantern statue. So that'll be annotated to see how you can win that. And one last thing is Media Madness. If you didn't check it out, we watched Teen Wolf Season 1 Episode 1 and Season 2 Episode 1. That'll be annotated on this video also. And you can recommend a TV show or movie that we can watch in the future. You can find out details in the video, but just recommend away in those comments. So be sure to recommend those and watch all those annotated videos. But let's talk about Wolverine and the X-Men issue 42. Love this classic cover. First of all, classic cover, just an homage to Days of Future Past, really, which is going to be a movie very soon. Love that homage, even though it's not Kitty here. We haven't seen Kitty in a while in this series because she did leave. I like the graduated thing. I thought that was really cool. Again, really cool homage to it. I like that we get to see the 42 in a classic feel like it used to be in the 90s, and obviously before that. We have the code of approval here, which obviously used to happen in comics. That was a big thing in the comic book history. So yeah, really cool classic feel of this for the last issues. So really like this cover. We have Dupe as the main person on the side. Usually it will be like Cyclops or the First Class X-Men, but Dupe on the side. So really fun cover. Let's see what's going on with the story. So yes, everyone's graduating, but we do have two stories. One story is with the future Wolverine. Jean Grey Institute is closing, and we get to see Quentin actually convince Wolverine to open his school again. He brings students there, and you get to see how Quentin has changed as a person, and he really does care about the school. And, the parallel to that is in present time. Quentin doesn't want to graduate because he's upset that he's not a terrorist and he's not a bad person. He's become this good person. And honestly, in himself, he's just really scared, like, what will he do next? So he wasn't even supposed to graduate, but Wolverine thought it was time for him to graduate. We had other characters graduating. Finally, Pixie, which I thought she graduated a long time ago. She's been in X-Men series for a while, so she finally graduated, and that's the end. People graduate and move on, but we still have other characters here too, and I'm sure Quentin will be in the school somehow with next week. I think, yeah, next week the Wolverine X-Men issue 1 comes out. So let's talk about it, actually. Do I think the series should have been rebooted? No, I don't think the series had to be rebooted, but the way they ended, it's like, alright, cool. It does feel like a chapter's over, a new one's beginning, so if they have to reboot it, at least it feels that way in the end. I like the story. I thought it was very solid. Could I expected a better ending? Yeah, it just didn't blow my mind, but it's still fun. We get to see what really entered the series. I'm pretty sure Quentin was in the first issue where he, again, was in chains, and he came into school, not agreeing to go into school, but just because he didn't want to go to jail. And you see how all these characters have changed so much. Edie, Quentin, and one thing I loved about this series was, yeah, it was about the mentors a lot, but you fell in love with the students too, and you really knew them by name. So I can't say that about a lot of school-type series, especially where the mentors are pretty much the main characters. So really impressed by Jason Aaron and this series that I got to know these characters and care about these students also. The one problem a big problem I had with this issue was the art change. I really liked the beginning art, thought it fit the series very well, but then it really changed a lot towards the end. sample over here. It became a little bit more abstract. Then we got this weird colored facial expression type thing going on for the third art. There's a lot of art going here. This is another artist. So I would say there's about 4 art changes. So it's not great for a last issue. I think it should have been one full artist doing the issue, giving the time to do the last issue. So didn't like the different artists, but it was okay. I've seen worse for this series. So I'm going to give this a solid 4, though. I could have seen a better last issue for this series, but I think at least this was the end of a chapter. Still is a very solid issue. Still, you should pick this up, especially seeing how Quentin has just evolved as a character, and I love seeing that. So I give it 4 stars. Thought it was a solid issue, and I'm glad I picked up the series in general. I thought it was a good series. It's definitely had its ups and downs, but overall, it was a fun series, I would say. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and their end situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.